So here with the founder of Rhino Media in Kalamazoo. You're a filmmaker, and Rhino is a storytelling company. What are all the different things that you do here?
Yeah, so as a story company, it essentially translates to we create videos of all sorts, but mostly involves storytelling. We do animation work, 2D and 3D, and we also do really wonderful photography. So those three together kind of make up visual media and that story company.
Why did you start Rhino, a story company? Because I was going to say media, but you do a lot of different things.
I started Rhino out of desperation, and that's the truth. There's no, there's a great story behind it, but it's not because I had this grand vision. And that's why I'm really passionate about. Actually, I talk to college students all the time and I say, know what you love. Hopefully you're good at that thing too, and then figure out how you can help as many people as possible.
So you're going to start telling a story, right? Where do you start to tell the story? Like pre-production?
Yeah. So pre-production is essentially everything you're going to do prior to the shoot date. For me, I'm a super visual person, and I've been I love to draw pictures ever since I was a little kid. So for me, I love to storyboard and try to map out the story in images. So first, usually you got to create a container in which you're going to live. So I'll draw out a few boxes.
Okay.
Actually, I'm lying. I wouldn't normally draw these boxes first, but I'll just do it for the show.
Okay.
So I'll try to draw kind of like a sequence. So what you think of in a storyboard is you're framing your shots, you're framing what you want to see, and then between the shots, your audience is going to fill in the gaps of what probably happened to get you from point A to point B kind of thing. Oh, wow. So everyone accuses me of drawing too comic booky, but let's say I'm drawing, let's say we need to draw kind of a close-up of someone's face. This is stressing me out so bad right now. So here we go.
Nobody's judging you.
Oh, everyone's judging me right now. So there's someone here, and they look maybe a little pensive. So this person here, let's say that he is now like, let's say he's hopping in a car. So I'm not a very good car drawer. So here's a car, and here's the next shot. And he's going to open the door, let's say, and then there's a person here. So this is where usually people go right to stick figure drawing.
Yeah.
So he's getting in the car.
You know what I noticed when I was on your website, and tell me if I'm wrong, like you strike me as, your videos are encouraging, like you're an encourager. Is that intentional, or is that just who you are?
I can't believe we just pulled that out, because I don't think we use that language anywhere, but being an encourager is one of my key beliefs that a leader should be.
Yes.
So it's really cool that you just brought that up.
The videos across, whether it's something that you're doing community, whether it's a business video, there's some encouragement in each of them.
Yeah, I take that as a serious compliment. I believe that the best way you can impact someone's life in any given moment is to stop thinking about yourself and encourage that person and think about what might be something they'd love to hear right now about something they're doing well. Because we all go through life just doing our job, trying to do our best, and sometimes we get down. And if someone stops and says, hey, I see what you're doing an awesome job at this one thing, and I see it, that does two things. It makes their day, and it makes your day.
And your videos, I would describe them as, they're definitely artistic, they're beautiful to look at, they're authentic. And so when someone hires you to tell a story, what's the first thing that you do? Kind of walk me through that process.
Sure. This is something we've had to get better over time. A phrase we say a lot of times at Rhino over the years, we've even made t-shirts of this, is making it up as I go. Because again, we didn't have a framework for how you build a production company or how you build a creative company. And so the process has changed over time. But essentially, what I look to understand at the beginning of the process is, what is the actual problem we're trying to solve? Before I try to just say, well, let's make this video, or let's sell you this thing. I don't want to sell you something that's going to be ineffective for your goal. So that's the big kind of starting point question. What are we actually trying to solve here? And then spend a lot of time, as much as the client will give us, asking questions and understanding their business and understanding their culture, what's gonna make them happy, because at the end of the day, we know that our work, we want it to be as artistically great as possible, but it has to serve this business function. Yeah. And if we don't do both well, then we're not gonna succeed. This is like the most on the spot I've ever had to draw in my life, so let's see.
You're doing good, you're doing good.
Okay, thank you for your encouragement. We talked about that, right?
Yes.
Cool, so now the car is going down the road, and this road happens to be, now I wanted some scenery, this road's somewhere where their cactus would be, right?
Yeah,
now I've got a little bit more of an idea of where we could be. And then let's say the last shot, this is a road that's been left abandoned for a long time, and he was so excited to be driving, he was shutting his eyes and singing, and he actually crashed into a cactus that grew up through the middle of the road, and then he died. So that's the end of the story. So you gotta map out from point A to point B. This guy got in the car, he drove, he crashed into a cactus, and that was the end of his life.
And we mourn him.
And we mourn him dearly. So that's kind of how I think and how I process. What I've always understood is that if you can communicate something with your words, that's good.
Yes.
But it's even better to be able to draw a picture.
Sure.
Everyone's visual. Everyone understands that we can see it on a board together. So storyboarding is a really critical part of production.
Rhino Media does animation as well, and that's kind of new, right?
Yeah. So that actually came to be purely on the back of one of our key team members who is one of the partners here, Jeremy. In his downtime, when he had accomplished all his tasks, he would just watch like animation tutorials. And he's a really smart guy, and he's really good creatively. And so he just started doing this with any time he had to become into this world of animation. And we've grown so fast where even 3 years ago, our animations were typically 2D animations in After Effects. Now it's like insane looking 3D stuff in Cinema 4D that we had no idea. And that's also because the industry is changing really fast too. And these softwares are getting so much better, so much faster. And so.
But you have to keep the learning up as well, right?
Yes, you have to invest in that time. And so our team knows, like, if they ever have any downtime, like, look online, look for some tutorials, learn a new skill, get better at your craft so that we're better when the time comes to perform and play the game, so to speak.
I'm gonna do the 4 squares, right?
Yep. Beautiful squares.
I know. Okay, got the 4 squares.
Okay.
Okay, so there's this young girl, right?
Okay.
She's got a round head.
Is that her nose?
No,
okay.
she's got curly hair.
So this would kind of be a medium close-up.
Yeah, just her face.
Yep.
Okay, standing
Is she standing
there.
like this, right? Okay.
She's kind of waiting, like wondering what the future holds.
Okay, I love it.
And then,
okay, still with the medium close-up there.
here comes a man wearing a tie.
Nice. What does the tie represent?
He's a businessman.
Oh, okay.
He makes lots of money.
Okay.
He looks like he makes lots of money. He's got a lot of fashion going on.
Okay. Right on.
Okay. Do you have is there a goal or is there an idea or a dream that you do have for this place that you'd like to bring to fruition?
So for me, I really love my life. I'm very happy and satisfied doing the work I get to do.
Yeah.
My family's happy, my relationships are good. I love my team, and I want to do more of that. So for me, it's not like, what is the big vision? How is it going to change? I don't know what it's going to change because there's factors I don't know are coming with the industry and things like that. But I know that I want to continue telling great stories, love working with the people I love, and continue to just do it on a higher level. That's where it's at for me.
They jump in a car.
Would that be a wide shot you'd do that with?
Yeah, I think I'd show them walking over to a car.
Okay, so wider shots are you typically from farther away, you can see more of the scene.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a lot of green. Maybe not even a road. Just like there's a car like out in the middle, maybe a rainbow in the scene. I do like a rainbow.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, let's do a rainbow.
Beautiful.
And so they get to this car, right? These two meet each other.
This looks more like a tractor or a key, maybe
He's
a key.
not a farmer.
Okay.
He's not a farmer for sure.
Absolutely not.
Bad experience.
Can't have that.
Okay, so then these two get in the car, and then they go to Vegas, where there's bright lights.
Okay.
Okay, that's not bright lights, but
Looks like a kind of a sound wave, maybe. I don't know.
and they go. I got to do 5 frames. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
And
There's
then
no
they-
rules.
And then they go to a wedding.
Nice.
They go to a church.
The chapel.
They meet. Elvis marries
I
them.
was gonna say, is Elvis?
Elvis is there.
Cool.
What do you think?
I think that's a story a lot of people long to hear, and I really love how you represented it visually. They got in their big key, and they had some Wi-Fi, and then they listened to some chaotic music, and then they married a little
You got
Lego.
the picture.
They married a Lego.
You got the picture.
Yeah, I love
and
it.
And they ended happily ever after.
I think you have a real knack for this.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Kevin.
Yep, it's awesome.
Support for Kalamazoo Lively Arts is provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, helping to build and enrich the cultural life of Greater Kalamazoo.